This is the Bowler Wildcat. Nice name. It's based on a Land Rover, but it has one key element that's missing from normal Land Rovers: speed.
An Aston Martin DB7 will go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4.9 seconds. This will do it in 4.8. It does cost 50 grand. But everything's relative. This is the best off-roader in the world. And it's road legal.
So how has a sheep lugger from Solihull been turned into an off-road Ferrari?
The Bowler Wildcats are built by two brothers in Derbyshire, and instead of the usual standard heavy chassis, they use a race car style space frame that takes 3 weeks just to weld together. These body panels, fiberglass. The engine is a 5-litre, 300 brake horsepower Land Rover TVR hybrid V8. And the interior, well, there isn't one. But, you know, you just don't care. You just don't. Might sound like a lot of money for a car that started life as a Land Rover. You could buy a BMW M5 for that money. But think about it. A lot of manufacturers claim to have a racing pedigree, but you couldn't turn up at the mall in your M5 or your Ferrari for that matter. Or you could buy a Bowler Wildcat and the next day be on the start line of the Paris-Dakar. Now, the scary bit, I don't like this bit straight on, left. Ow! That hurts. The suspension is made by Bowler, and it is, of course, fully adjustable. The spec list includes FIA spec fuel tanks, an integrated fire extinguisher, and best of all, an onboard water supply for desert racing. Yeah! The power from that 5-litre, half TVR, half Land Rover V8 is just eating the world. It's incredible. This is fast in a whole new way. Oh, yes! Yes! Ah! How can anything survive this? Including me! This moment now. Second! Third! Ah! What a feeling! I am a driving god! That's the most fun I've ever had in a car. But I tell you, you can only do so much of it.
We haven't even started yet.
Thanks. That's Jim Wheeler. He races this. He's raced everything else, and now he's racing this. Oh, good. I'm going to put my helmet on.
I drove it fast, but Jim took it to another level. This was a truly epic ride. Incredible. And most incredible of all was just how the machinery could stand this kind of punishment.
What does it do to your inside?
I dislodged a lung in Italy.
Dislodged a lung?
Of course, they tested the Bowler. In computer simulations, it simply outpaced the computer. After a 40-foot drop onto its nose in the desert, nothing happened. You could stand 10-ton weights on its roof, and nothing would happen. Nothing at all.
Do you know, It's not just a cheap thrill. At 50 grand, it's a bargain. Because it really is a supercar. More than that, it's a supercar that's virtually indestructible.
That was, I think we're all agreed, a fantastic film, yes? Yes. Brilliant, and a brilliant car as well. But there's just one tiny little bit of it I want to see again. May we?
What a feeling! I am a driving god!
I am a driving god. When you take a dog for a walk, I am a dog-walking god.
It was a big moment. It's like being in a cartoon in that thing. And yes,
You got carried away.
I got very carried away. Okay, I'm not a driving god, all right? It was a mistake to make that claim. But I do know someone who is a driving god. To find out how the bowler would do on the fearsome Top Gear test track, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Holiness the Stig. So it's off the line with a bit of wheel spin there from all four wheels. Remember, this thing does 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. I wonder what the Stig's going to be listening to. Oh dear. Oh my word. Does it get much worse than that? That is grisly. Right, it's into Chicago now, and by the looks of it, there he's lost it. And that look. Oh, no, he's kept it all together. Just listen to that V8. Clearly the Stig isn't there. Look, he's into the hammerhead and there's a bit of body roll starting there. The Stig is really pushing this thing as hard as it's going to go. The real test ahead now, of course. He's going to be coming up to the follow-through soon, and the bowler, I don't know whether, is it going to roll? It looks surprisingly solid through there, actually. Very little body roll. 300 horsepower now, belting out onto the straight. He's got, what, just 2 bends to go now. And again, oh my, that is on the edge. He's got Gambon Corner ahead of him, and he's gone off-road, which is appropriate, I suppose, and he crosses the line in 1 minute.
Is it up here?
39.4. There you go. Now, hold on a second.
It's not hard to be a driving god, frankly, in a car that slow.
Now, look, for a car like that...
That £50,000 car?
I think that is pretty impressive.
Actually, I'll grant you, it is impressive. I was going to argue. It's in the script I should argue with you, but I'm not going to, because